You too. Listen, if I was 21 again and I had to make my first $5,000, this is exactly how I would do it. More importantly, this is how I would do it as fast as possible. So there's four key things that are going to help you make your first 5K and are going to help you shorten the timeline that it takes for you to get $5,000 into your bank account or in cash, however you want it. But this is going to be what you need to do to make it happen as smoothly as possible, right? So first, this is important. You're simply going to do the math. We're going to do the math on how long it takes, and we're going to make this process as simple as possible. Doing the math looks like this. You need to calculate how much money you make on a weekly basis, or you could do bi-weekly. I know a lot of you guys may have jobs where you get paid bi-weekly. Some of y'all work in a job where you may get paid weekly. Me, I get paid semi-monthly. Like, it's the absolute weirdest way to get paid. But yeah, so you need to figure out how much money you make on a weekly basis. So if you do get paid bi-weekly, you get paid every 2 weeks, right? Just split that in half. So if you get paid $500 every 2 weeks, we're gonna say you make $250 every single week, right? So that literally means that you make $1,000 a month. So in theory, that would mean that it would take you 5 months to make 5K, right? Now, if you are making $500 every 2 weeks, right? And now you know that it will take you 5 months to get to $5,000, you have essentially done the math on how long it would take you to theoretically make 5K. We just simplified it. So the reason why you need to simplify it is so you don't have to worry about how long it's going to take you to get there, because you actually know. You have a deadline. You have an expectation. You can sit here and say, all right, it should take me this long to make 5K, right? So let's just say that you have a full-time job at 21 years old. Let's say you're making $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week. I feel like that, that could be reasonable. If you're making 2K every 2 weeks, no. Let's say you make $800 a week. Let's say you make $800 a week, right? So that's $1,600 every 2 weeks. That's calm. You know what I'm saying? If you're working 40 hours a week and you're making about $800 a week, that's like, if you're working 40 hours at like a minimum wage job, if you're getting paid like 15 hours, 17 hours, you know what I'm saying? You can make $800 a week if you work 9 to 5, okay? So the $1,600 every 2 weeks, that's $3,200 in a month. That's $3,200 in a month. So what that means is that in theory, you could have 6.4K in 2 months, right? So that's the importance of just doing the math, being able to sit down and say, all right, look, the 5K is in theory, it's already here. The 5K is here. The only thing that is in between where I'm at right now and the 5K is time. Time is the only thing, right? And you have time, you know what I'm saying? What you don't have is 5K, but you got time. So simplify it, right? So now this is where we're going to take our timeline and we are going to condense it. We're going to make it so that you can bring in $5,000, and let's say where it would normally maybe take you 3 months, because you're going to have expenses, you're going to have bills, you're going to have things like that. We're going to make it so you can maybe get this in like a quick 2 months, 1.5 months, right? And we're going to do this by eliminating our unnecessary expenses. This is important. This is a big one. A lot of us, we spend a lot of money on things that we shouldn't. We spend money on things that we see on the internet. We spend money on flexing, trying to impress people who really don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? Like people who really wouldn't call your phone or really wouldn't reach out to check up on you. If your mom died or something like that. Like we're flexing. So we're gonna stop shopping. We're gonna stop door dashing, dog. Like, stop door dashing, bro. If you have a car, like go drive and pick up your food. You know what I'm saying? Like, or go grocery shopping. I just went grocery shopping today. I bought 4 New York strip steaks, and they're so thick you can cut them in half. So you got 8 steaks for $44, right? And we're gonna meal prep those, and we're gonna have food for the whole entire week. So eliminate your expenses. Look at your bank account. Figure out where you're spending money for things that you may not have necessarily needed. You probably didn't need to go pick up that energy drink when you was on your way home from work. Like, energy drinks is $5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds small, but over a course of a week, you're probably spending about $100 at least on stuff that you didn't need. That's $400 in a month. So in 2 months, that's $800. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about, all right, you only make $3,200 in a month. $800 is a large portion of that. You know what I'm saying? $800 is a large portion of that you could have easily saved or hold on to, right? 5K is not a lot of money, but that is exactly why the small expenses matter a lot, because 5K is not that much. So the small stuff is a large percentage of $5,000, right? So now we're gonna make it so that you don't even have to think about this. We're gonna automate it. You make $800 a week. So why don't we just go ahead and save $600 every single week? Like, we're talking about aggressively saving. This is how you're going to get to 5K as soon as possible. You gotta be aggressive. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, if you have a goal, and your goal is to stack up this bread, you don't need no distractions. Like, you have to be able to stay laser focused and achieve this. Some of you guys are gonna sit here and say, oh, well, saving $600 a week when you only make $800 like a week, like, that's a lot. Yeah, it is. It is a lot. It is a lot of your money. You need to learn to live below your means. You need to learn to be able to go a week off of $200. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to go a week off of $200. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm speaking from experience. Like, I've done this. I've done this. But this is how you're gonna get your first 5K. All right. You need to be aggressively saving. And you need to automate it so you don't have to think about this every time the check hits your account. It needs to be automatic, right? You need to know how much money you should have in your savings account at the end of the month, because you did the math already and you know how much you're gonna save every single week. So now at the end of the month, that money's already in your account. You didn't have to try. The only thing that you had to do was not fuck up, was not be undisciplined, was not do the things that you said you weren't gonna do during this period of acquiring the $5,000. It's that easy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest, if you have a job and you can't put away 5K, especially if you're young and you live with your parents, you have a problem. If you can't save 5K, you're not ready for 5K, right? And that's the first mile. What's next, right? We need to have a plan. We're not just saving 5K for no reason. I mean, sure, you could just want, $5,000 just as a safety net. Yeah, cool. But this is really what will help you with the first step and the second step, right? You need to have a plan on what you're going to do with this $5,000 when you have it. You need to have a why. You need to have a purpose for acquiring this $5,000. Like, a lot of times just having 5K in the bank isn't enough to make you stop doing those undisciplined habits that you are used to. You need to have a why. 5K is not a lot of money, but it's enough money for you to learn a skill. It's enough money for you to pay off debt, right? It's enough money for you to put down a down payment on a new car. 5K, you can do a lot with it, right? So let's say you want to save up 5K so you can learn e-commerce, you can learn drop shipping, right? You can learn AI automation, you can learn a new skill, right? You can learn computer coding, right? Computer compliance, anything, right? You can easily buy a course for $1,000, but you need to have a why, right? You may want this 5K to go ahead and start another business. You need to have a purpose, right? On what you're gonna do with this 5K. You need discipline, but having a why is going to keep you hungry. It may be a time where you walk in the store, right? And you may see something that you wanna buy, but if that's not in alignment with you saving this 5K and starting your business, you may have to put it off. You may not have to make that purchase. And that's why you need the why. That's why you need a purpose of what you plan to do with this money, because the meaning of that purpose is stronger than just maybe what you might see when you walk in the store and you go by that. Like, goals. So have a why, have a purpose. 5K is easy. Once you get that first 5K, you realize that you can easily get to 10K and 15 and so on. If you can acquire $5,000, you have what it takes to get $10,000. You have what it takes to get $20,000. That's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe. It's gonna be more where this came from.